portfolio perfectly weighted. Whales and minnows all in a line. Track his moves, wish they could align. Every tweet sends markets a spin, but he never lets the fear sink in. Algorithms dance, he's pulling the strings. In the crypto world, he reigns like a king. Debate on crypto, king of the trade. In the world of coins, his fortune's made. With a click and a beat, he's ahead of the game. Whispers of his legend long speak his name. Rumors fly when he walks down the street. To BETONG crypto, everyone's beat. Charts and graphs in his golden mind. Fortune's made, he's one of a kind. Eyes on the prize in the digital dust. He never wavers in whom to trust. From Bitcoin booms to Ethereum high, he trades the stars in the blockchain sky. Debate on crypto, king of the trade. In the world of coins, his fortune's made. With a click and a beat, he's ahead of the game. Whispers of his legend long speak his name. Wallet fat with gains never shaded. His portfolio perfectly weighted. Whales and minnows all in a line. Track his moves, wish they could align. Every tweet sends markets a spin, but he never lets the fear sink in. Algorithms dance, he's pulling the strings. In the crypto world, he reigns like a king. Debate on crypto.
Whoa, everyone, you're welcome once more on the BETONG Crypto. Today, I want us to look at the market as usual, but it's going to be a different Friday. It's weekend, right? I hardly come live on Friday. And today I was just looking at the market and seeing what Bitcoin was doing. And I said to myself, wow, we can see Bitcoin go right up to about $96,000 today or this week. And still we can see Bitcoin drop right down to 88 or $90,000 still today. And there are some altcoins that we always talk about on this platform, which is CREPE Coin, Mog Coin, Coin, CSPR, Casper. That's Casper Crypto. Casper, or you can call it CSPR, Casper Crypto, whatever you want to call it. But I talk about these coins here on my channel, and I want us to, look at these coins in relation to what Bitcoin is doing and see whether we can get something out of it today. You are welcome. If you're new here, you're welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, you are welcome still. Smash the subscribe button nice and early before we jump into what we got for today. I'm just gonna share my screen right now. So we got the juice for today. So this is the flavor. This is where we are with Bitcoin on the daily time frame. No, on the weekly. Sorry, on the 1 hour time frame. Why am I going far? Now, before we even jump into going to the, I don't want us to waste time, go analyze the weekly, daily. I've already done that in my previous videos. What we're gonna do right now for Bitcoin, just go to and see where we are on the daily time frame, see where we are on the weekly time frame, then analyze the market now more looking at the 4 hours and the 1 hour time frame. That's where I want us to take our trades for today for Bitcoin. I'm gonna look at all the other coins that I mentioned, but let's begin with Bitcoin as usual. Now, let's just see which trend we are what's the trend currently. The trend currently is we are still below this moving average, which is the 5-day moving average, the 13-day moving average, and also the 50-day moving average. But we are holding here around the 100-day moving average on the weekly setup. Okay, and the goal here is price should at least get to or kiss this 50-day EMA at one point before we can see any massive dump, and you can see clearly that this 200-day moving average is far away from price. So I don't think we're gonna. Well, maybe something bad might happen with cryptocurrency that will push price to this level, but it requires lots of liquidity. And if that's the case, it can take us right down to $68,000. Never say never. Okay. Now going down to the daily time frame, let's see where we are for today. Based on previous price action, let's see where we are for today. What is price doing? You can see clearly, guys. What did I mention? At least we should kiss this moving average here on the weekly setup. And if that's gonna be the case, it's gonna take us straight away to at least this 50-day EMA. But looking at the daily time frame, the 50-day EMA on the daily time frame is like a good target for us today. And we are gonna examine what is going on that, like on based on that on lower time frame. I can see you guys, abundance. I can see you. You're welcome. I'm gonna look at all of these coins: XRP, CREPE. No, I don't promote Mog. I don't promote Mog. I just love Mog. Mog is one of my meme coins that I love so much. No one is paying me to talk about Mog. Just for a disclaimer, I don't even know who are the creators of Mog. I hardly even go to the Mog Twitter page or like to I just love the coin. When you like something, just show your love for it, right? Before I love Baby Dogecoin, but the Baby Doge community, they are not nice to me. I don't like Baby Dogecoin whales. They are not good whales, but I love Mog Coin whales. I'm gonna explain more about what I mean by I love Mog Coin whales or the Mog Coin market makers. I'm gonna explain more about that. But I don't like Baby Dogecoin market makers. Okay, so this is where we are currently on this time frame, and you can see if I zoom out, you're gonna see that price is currently sitting above the 5-day and the 13-day EMA, which is crucial, like based on the way I trade, right? If I see this towards the like if price is showing this bullish signal, like staying or rejecting to close below this EMA before the US market is open, and also before the UK or London market is closed, then I start thinking they want to mark price. They want to mark price to the upside. Now I'm gonna back that up with liquidity. Liquidity is actually what moves the market, right? So we're gonna look at liquidity below and above price. Now the coins we're gonna be looking at today are gonna give us massive gains if actually Bitcoin is gonna play this more. That's why I want us to look at Bitcoin on this time frame. Now going now to the 4 hours time frame, which is where I want us to focus on, because there's a trade here. Now we have established that on the daily setup we are bullish, like we are in an uptrend. Except we see something else happen. Now to confirm this on the 4 hours time frame, we can see that this vector here, price has recovered at least half of it. And when price attempted to, like during the Asian session, when price attempted to recover this vector, we saw how it was accompanied by a huge buy. Look at how they bought it on this 4 hours time frame. Take us back to this zone. Now it creates this support area here that price should hold. Now, if we keep holding this area, then it's gonna be a good sign for us to continue market going to the upside. But at the same time, I'm looking at this to mean maybe if still we are super bullish, if they want to continue to mark price to the upside and take us to about $96,000, then this is what they might do on the lower time frame. They might bring us right down here to this other block. I have 2 zones that I'm looking for a buy order. This is the main buy. The second buy is if I see price get to this 50-day moving average on the 1 hour time frame. Remember, I marked this zone. This zone is like based on the 4 hours time frame. You can see if you look at zoom out, you're gonna see that price has rejected this zone multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this should also reject during the end of Asia. So the end of UK and the beginning of US. And what you see, what you see here, we see this 13-day moving average moving closer towards this zone here. So we can see price during the beginning of the US session or towards the end of the UK session, price might weak out here, then continue towards 100 and so towards $96,000. Now that we have established that the trend is upward based on this, I want us to look at another key element that I'm looking at here, which is this liquidation heat map. So this is based on the daily setup. We can see that we can either go to 96k, which is what we are seeing here. The most is 96,800 for today. I mean, like for now. And if we must go downward, then I'm looking at right down to around $88,000 and $86,000. So these are the range, or this is the range for today. So now that we have established a range and see that price should favor more the upside based on the indicators that we have that help us to analyze direction, we should expect price to continue to the upside for today. So now I am bullish, but at the same time bearish, and I'm going to explain to you guys why I'm bearish. I'm bearish because if we go back to this on the 1 hour time frame, you're gonna see that we have been rejecting, like ever since we make this high around 94,555, we have been rejecting. So maybe we can see another week out, like a huge week to the upside, and that week can take us straight away to $96,000. Okay, before we dump right back to, let's say, 86,000 or 88,000. But whatever the situation is, the trend to me is more to the upside than to the downside, unless something happened here. Even though I'm seeing this like lower lows, but we are holding this key area here. Now I've established that on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the alpha, and Bitcoin helps me to analyze other altcoins. Now I'm gonna go now to these altcoins one by one to see where we are. Okay, before I even go there, guys, I forgot to mention one thing here. I want to show you guys something here on the chart of Bitcoin. Let me show you something here. Okay, so this is a chart of Bitcoin here on the CoinAnk, and I use CoinAnk a lot to give me areas where we have huge liquidity. Now I'm just gonna take off this footprint so we see the chart properly here before we go to those so you can see we have a lot of orders below and above price. You can see here, bids and ask. There's a huge order here, 14 million. Up there we have 18 million. Up there we have 6 million. So there are people who want to sell Bitcoin. They have placed sell orders above price, and there are people here who want to buy Bitcoin. And also we have liquidation zones here, which they can easily drive price. So that's why I mark this area, that they can easily bring price. So we have lots of liquidation zone here, more below price than above price, right down towards this $88,000. That's why if you look at the liquidation heat map, you're going to see that 88,000 is actually the area where we can wick to. And if you look at this CoinAnk liquidity pro chart, you can see that we have a lot of orders as well here, but the liquidation level here is high. It's high. That's why I'm thinking maybe they can easily drop down a little bit before taking us back to the upside. But we're going to confirm that when towards the end of the the UK session. Okay, let's get back now to let me see some of the coins you guys want me to look at. How many of you are here with me now? Let's see. Okay. Let me begin with CSPR Casper. This is one of my, my dead baby. Let's see where we are, because we have already established where Bitcoin is, and let's see where we are with CSPR Casper. Wow, it's up to there 4%. Well, it's not bad, So looking at this now on the daily time frame, I want to establish something here first. If this is going alongside with Bitcoin, okay, yeah, I mean it's not going alongside with Bitcoin; it's doing its own thing, right? We are still below the 5-day and the 13-day EMA, and also like all of this moving averages, But the way I trade CSPR or Casper is simple. When Bitcoin is bullish, I want to start looking for opportunities after Bitcoin has pumped. So when Bitcoin pumped, I'm gonna wait to see where like what CSPR or Casper is gonna do after Bitcoin reverse or retrace, like minor retracement after Bitcoin has pumped. So looking at this now on the 4 hours time frame, is there any trade here? Yes, there's a trade here. What do you see? I see a fair value gap. Today I'm going to be focusing on fair value gap and other block. So this is an other block here, and this other block is around a fair value gap. You can see this huge move to the upside. Yeah, there's a fair value gap here. There's a gap here on the 4 hours time frame. So if I go now on the 1 hour time frame, let's see if there's gonna be a trade here for today. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, maybe they might not bring us there because you can see we are already around this area that the alpha trader has put the buy signal. So there's two ways you can approach this. The first way is to mark this zone that the alpha trend printed this buy signal. This is gonna be the next entry if say the first entry is gonna fail. So the entry that I'm looking at, which is gonna be an ideal entry, is gonna be price getting to this fair value gap. Then I'm gonna buy, target this high here, or price is just gonna break from where we are, do something like this. From where we are, break up, come back there. That's where I'm gonna buy. Buy to this zone here. Why? Because the alpha trend actually has given me the signal that after this zone, this area is gonna be an area of demand and supply. You can see what is going on currently with this zone. You can see up week up, week down, week up, week down. So this is already signifying that this zone is an area of supply. And if you look at previous price action, you can see that this area or this zone has acted as a support zone in the past. So the best thing to do is to allow price break above it, then it retrace back there. But if say your price is not able to do that, we see price drop right down to this area, then you can start looking for that buy opportunity around this zone. You can mark all of these zones. So this is the trade for today. If say it play out, just wait. You must not take the trade immediately. This might take some. It might even happen on Friday. Sorry, on Saturday or Sunday. But these are the zones you're gonna be looking out to trade. If say there's gonna be an opportunity there. Now let's look at Mog Coin, Mog baby. Now, what I've discovered with Mog Coin is that Mog Coin actually moves with Bitcoin. Okay, if we're gonna see a massive 10% movement with Bitcoin, Mog Coin gonna move 20%. That's why I love Mog Coin, and the Mog Coin whales they respect price action. They are the main business. That's why I mentioned in the beginning of the video that I don't like the baby Doge coin whales. These guys, they are not serious people. They just play with the price like carelessly. They don't like, they are not serious, with price action. They don't respect TA. They're just dumping and making money from the retail investors. But I love Mockcoin, whales because they they pump and dump. Like there's a lot of volume here, and I love this. I love the way price respect key areas with Mockcoin. Now, if I go to the daily setup for Mockcoin, I want to establish whether we are alongside Bitcoin. Because if we're not alongside Bitcoin, then okay, you can see here we are not alongside Bitcoin. Why? Why I say so? No, sorry, we are alongside Bitcoin. Why? Because we are also below the 5-day and the 13-day EMA, here. And if we look at this, based on this time frame, right, I would say that if Bitcoin is gonna make a massive move to the upside, then Mock Coin also can target this higher. You can see in the past based on the daily time frame. But for now, I'm seeing this. You can see this daily bias is pointing this arrow here. Let me zoom in so you can see clearly. This arrow here is signifying that Mock Coin is bullish. So that's why I think it's gonna be playing out the same way with Bitcoin today. If Bitcoin is gonna move, but you can see clearly what price has been doing in the past. Look at the rejection here on this time frame. Multiple rejection here. So we can rightly say, or we can say that if Bitcoin is gonna make that massive move to the upside, then you wanna consider getting more coin. You don't have to buy more coin like futures, or if you wanna buy it you wanna buy it via futures, you can trade it on Bitronix. The link is found below this video. You can also trade it on Bybit. You can trade it on Mexi Global. The links are found below this video. And by the way, if say you are in cryptocurrency, guys, and you don't yet have VPN, I don't know what you're doing to yourself. You're putting your account or your crypto in harm's way. You need a VPN. That's why I recommend you actually get a VPN. Go to the description of this video. You are gonna find one of my affiliate link to get a VPN, and you're gonna get massive discount if you use my affiliate link. Using the affiliate link won't cost you anything. You're gonna benefit more. You're gonna get 24% minus, if you get a VPN. You can use this VPN to protect your phone, to protect your laptop. Whenever you want to sign into your laptop or your phone, you need to have VPN. You can never know which website or which site is tracking you. With a VPN, you can block all of those stuff. So I'm an affiliate with NordVPN. Using my link to get this VPN is gonna be a way to support this channel, and also using either of my links is gonna be a way to support the BETONG crypto channel. Now, let's get back to this. What I'm interested to do right now is to look at what the 4 hours time frame is doing. That's my interest. Okay, I want to see what the 4 hours time frame is doing, and I can see clearly that the 4 hours time frame has given me this vector here. And ever since I received this vector candle on this chart, I haven't seen price go to recover all of it. Like price have attempted, but look at this buyback. The same buyback that took place with Bitcoin. If you go to Bitcoin, you're gonna see that Bitcoin. I showed you guys the same buyback on this 4 hours time frame. Meaning, if Bitcoin is gonna go massively to the upside, then Mog Coin is gonna go massively to the upside. But what I'm seeing here for Mog Coin is we have this 50-day EMA, and Mog Coin is below the alpha trend, which is bearish. Okay, even though Bitcoin might be bullish short term for now, Mog Coin is bearish long term, because for me to take a long trade on Mog Coin, I need to see, or I must see price stay above the 50-day EMA. That's why if we see Bitcoin price go straight to, let's say, $96,000, then we're gonna see a massive buy, yeah, like a green candle, huge green candle, like something like this, break and close above the 50-day EMA towards this zone. And this can happen today or tomorrow, depending on what Bitcoin will do. Now, let's get to the entry on on this time frame. Now, what I'm looking at, or what I want to see here, is a fair value gap. Right? We have 1 year. There's a fair value gap here. That price hasn't yet recovered ever since price made this huge move to the upside. So price haven't yet recovered this fair value gap, you know, and this fair value gap took us to create, to create a new high. You cannot see it yet because we are on the 1 hour time frame. But if you go to the 50 minutes time frame, you're gonna see what I'm trying to say here. Okay, so this fair value gap created this huge move to the upside, and you can see the fair value gap is still here on the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, now for us to be able to like get the best entry, you can mark this zone here. This is the other block here. This is the order that took us to the upside. So this area should be your area of interest to buy, and your stop loss should be just below this other block area here. At least below here. And you can trade this spot. You must not trade futures. You can trade spot. I don't recommend you trade futures. And if you must trade futures, at least 2x, 3x leverage. Right? I mean, let me not say I don't recommend you trade futures as if the king of futures. No. What I'm trying to say is don't trade futures if say you don't have experience trading futures. Yeah. Oh, good day, Wayne. Wayne, you're welcome, Wayne. You're welcome, Wayne. Good day, my friend. You're welcome. You're welcome. If there's any coin you win that you want me to look at today, just mention. I'm gonna look at it. So let's get to the next coin. I'm not gonna waste time on all of these coins. I think we have already determined where Bitcoin is. It doesn't matter what we are gonna be looking at this meme coins or altcoins. It doesn't matter what we're gonna be looking at based on their daily and weekly time frame. So let's just go to Breadcoin and see quickly where we are. Okay. Look at this 50 minutes price action on Bitcoin. Wow, that's awesome. But I don't want to play into this. I'm gonna go back to the 4 hours time frame and see where we are currently. You can see now I've take out the noise, and I want to get a fair value gap here for Bitcoin on this time frame. Now, what do I see here on the 4 hours time frame? I see this huge of violet vector candle here. So um for me to be able to get a proper zone, I should look at this zone here, this area here, to mean they might want to recover all of this vector, right? So if I want to get a trade, I want to drop down to the 1 hour time frame, and what I'm looking at is a fair value gap here. Now this was a fair value gap here, and also an other block. You can see this is an other block here, and also this is a fair value gap. You can see this is a fair value gap. Now I'm gonna back this up um with a volume profile. Okay, I wanna back this up with a volume profile. I don't wanna this one is gonna be tricky. I wanna back this up with a volume profile. And okay, you can see if we see price get to this level here, then it's gonna bounce from the POC, which makes sense. The POC is a point of control, right? So seeing price above the POC based on this price action, then I'm gonna consider a buy for this one. But for now, I think price is onto something here. Because if I look at this, right, this is a 1 hour time frame. I can see that price actually haven't yet broken, I haven't seen a full candle close above the 50-day EMA. So maybe price is gonna attempt to break and close above it first before anything else. But again, the price action here is so choppy. So I think if Bitcoin is gonna be doing something fantastic, then Breadcoin is gonna go alongside Bitcoin for that. With that, So what I want to see here for Breadcoin is simple. Like just get into this fair value gap here and other block. Then I'm gonna look for that buy now and then take it to the upside. And target this liquidity. Yeah, there's gonna be massive trades. I can see that there's liquidity here that they want to go and grab. So if we get a signal, then this should be the target for me. Yeah, it's gonna be this zone. Then the take profit too is gonna be a year. The reason why I'm gonna target this year is because I have this 800-day moving average around this area here. You know. Yeah. Now, let me get to the next coin, which is CREPE. CREPE. Let's see. CREPE Coin. What do we have here with this bad boy? You see, I had CREPE here. Okay, this is it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the price action for this one is not good. You can see choppy. Oh, I don't need to go to any time frame. I need to stay with this time frame. And it's simple, guys. If we are gonna get any movement here, I don't want you to buy anything into this. Let me tell you why. Except you know something that I don't know. All right. So, if I bring in the volume profile and mark it here, okay. Um, what I want to see is simple. I want to see, like, for me to get any entry here, it must be above this zone. Yeah, above here. So what you want to happen is simple. What you want to see happen is simple. Price break above here, come back and you're buying here. But you don't just buy like that. You buy when you see some sort of high volume, like rejection there. So if price is not reject, like multiple time here. Like let's say you can drop down to the 15 minutes time frame to see how price react. When price get there, from there you can get the best entry for CREPE Coin. You know. So which other coin haven't I mentioned here? Let me see. I think I've mentioned CREPE. Let's get to Wiki Cat. Yeah, Wiki Cat is I made a video about this Wiki Cat coin and the community. I mean, they are so emotional. I don't know why they are so emotional. But what I mentioned about this coin, I mean, it has come to pass. You can see clearly the zone I mentioned that price will not come there is there. I mean, price is there, and price will not keep coming there. And most of them don't understand what is going on the chart. Right? When you see the price of an asset dropping like this, it means the whales are getting out gradually, 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 gradually. Okay? And if you understand TA, then you can zoom out and look at wow, where was the zone that caused this spike to the upside? This was the zone, this area, this fair value gap here, this zone here. It caused this whole movement. You can see we have vector candle here, vector candles here. So this zone here is a fair value gap zone. I mean, I don't know how many times I have to tell you guys that you have to respect price action. You need to respect. You need to understand how price move. Don't just rush to want to buy stuff because you were told that the coin they have a good community, they are building this product. No, who cares? How many times are you going to use what these coins are building? None. So the idea that you're being emotional buying a coin without any direction, I mean, the coin is not even like like Mog Coin or Bread Coin. I mean, this is just stupid. Let me not use. Sorry, guys, I'm using the word stupid. I don't have to use the word stupid. Let me say, a coin which is being run by people who are gonna dump it on you at one point. Okay, let me not use the word stupid. Sorry for that, guys. No one is stupid. Everyone is, But as I mentioned, I don't want to buy. Like I got out from Baby Dogecoin. Why? Let me show you guys something about Baby Dogecoin. That I mean, and it's gonna come back to the reason why. Like today, you should focus more on bread coin, on bread coin. So look at Baby Dogecoin here. You can see these guys, they pump it, they dump it, they pump it. So like Baby Dogecoin is actually one of the coins that can make you massive gains if you understand when to buy it. Like me, I've been trading this coin like for the past I think almost like 3 years or 5 years now, or let me say, yeah, give or take. I know how this coin move. I know how it move, right? And I'm not gonna waste my time to buy it. Yeah, no, 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 because it can still continue to go down. I'm gonna buy Baby Dogecoin when I see it get back to this area of interest. I've already marked the zone. But I'm not gonna talk about that for now. Let's get to which other coin you guys want to look at. Yeah, I can see Wayne. Wayne says, "What is your selling?" Oh, you talk my selling for Mock. Let's get back to Mock Coin. Like Mock Coin and Bread Coin are my number one meme coin in the crypto space. Trust me, I'm gonna back these coins like every day until further notice. And for a disclaimer, I am not promoting more coin or bread coin. No one is paying me to do this. I just love the coin, and I've made great profit. It trust. I trust the coin because it respect my TA. And any coin that respect my TA, I want to buy that coin. Okay, so now you are asking when is a sell for more coin? Okay, I think that's what you're asking, right? When? So first of all, we have a warning. There's a warning sign here for me that I gave you guys in one of my videos for more coin. Okay, and I'm gonna now, like, for those of you who are buying, like you are investing, like you're swing trading this coin as an investment. I'm gonna give you guys perfect zones to cash out profit and perfect zones to buy back. Okay. Now, um, based on the one based on the daily time frame, this is a buy for swing traders, right? It's a buy. Okay. Now, if you buy here, where can you cash out profit? Let me tell you where you can cash out profit. It's simple as that. Whenever you see any coin playing like this, and you are buying, like you're swing trading the coin, you know, what you need to understand is look at previous price action, what price has been doing in the past. You can see that price has been rejecting the 50-day EMA on the daily time frame for Mog Coin. So if you're buying Mog Coin now, which is gonna be the best time to buy right now, then the take profit is gonna be whenever you see price kiss the 50-day EMA. Guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just saying what I'm gonna be doing, you know. So don't take my word for it. But those of you who have been following me who have been following me for a while now, you know that my TA when it comes to this, yeah, it's gonna work. But now, all of this is in contingent that we should see Bitcoin move. Remember, Mog Coin is going alongside Bitcoin. So if we're going to expect Bitcoin to move to 100 to about, let's say 100K or 96K, then Mog Coin is going to get to this level here, this area here, let me say this weekend. But if Bitcoin is going to dump from where Mog Coin is, then guys, be careful. Buying here is good, but you can buy more now down here. I'm gonna explain why you're gonna buy more down here. Buying more down here is gonna reduce your entry, yeah, your entry level. Meaning any recovery, yeah, gonna meet you halfway. So if you buy yeah, $500, if you see it here, you buy another $500. You're gonna reduce your TP or your break even halfway. So if price get to halfway of the move, you are gonna be making money. Or if price get back to where you bought it, you are gonna be making money. And if price continue back up, then you're gonna make more money for that matter. So that's how you invest in coins that move alongside Bitcoin, and you follow Bitcoin TA to make the most out of it. You know, you know. Now, I can see Mr. Giver TV. Don't get me wrong, Mr. Giver TV. We can't. I mean, when Bitcoin is bullish, of course, it's a coin to buy. But let me tell you something that you don't know. I think you don't understand this. If you are a whale, then good and fine. I don't doubt that maybe you are a whale. But if you are someone who is struggling to make money from the market and you are trying to buy something that is gonna respect TA, then I'm not gonna tell that person to go and be buying Wiki Cat and holding it. Except you know something that I don't know from like with this coin. Now look at this price action. Based on the way I trade and invest, this is nonsense. You can see this is nonsense. I cannot like again. I cannot buy it. Look at this. So look at this zone until I see price get to the other block or fair value area. Then I'm going to reassess to see how the market makers or the whales who are pouring out liquidity or who provide liquidity, how they're going to react to those areas. When I see good reactions to those areas, then I am going to consider that coin as okay. There are people who have placed orders here and they want to execute. They don't want to see price mark like continue to move or like to break and close below because they have made money below here and they want to buy more here to continue to mark price to the upside. Okay, because most of you don't understand this. When you see a coin like this dumping, it means they are buying Bitcoin. They are selling and trying to go to safe havens. They want to get to safe haven coin and buy it at a cheaper rate. They are buying other coins. They are buying other projects that are cheap, that have more sustainable fundamentals. Okay? So that's what I have to say when it comes to that. Now, let's get to, okay, Wayne, to answer your question about Cool, I have to do this. Like Crow is like Binance. Like the Crow coin is like BNB. Okay, the fundamentals behind the Crow coin is fantastic. That's why I encourage anyone out there, not like any advice. If you want to really make money, then you need to understand narrative and which narrative is going to be the leader in the future. When you talk about exchange coins, we have top exchange coins out there that are going to stand as number one. First, we have BNB. Okay, BNB is a number one exchange coin, which is also acting as like a native currency of a blockchain of an L1 blockchain. Now go to Crow. Crow is an exchange coin, also acting as a native currency of an exchange or of an L1 blockchain, which is the Kronos blockchain. Now, bring all of this together, you want to understand what might happen. Now, Core is not just like any exchange, like when you see Bybit, for example, Bybit is just an exchange. Or you say OKX, it's simply an exchange. Or you say, let's say AVNC or Hyperliquid, it's an exchange, nothing much to that. But when you look at Kronos, Crow, this is an infrastructure, it's a blockchain. Okay. So investing in that infrastructure now, which is if we go to the chart of Coin right now, let's see where we are with this with price. I want to check this with now. I want to focus more on the weekly setup. This is Kronos. I want to see something here. Okay, this coin went right up to more than $1 in the future. Like, I mean, I was there when it went to $1 anyway. So I was holding it. It made me a lot of profit. It was during that period. During that period, I think Coin and Cardano made me a lot of profit. Cardano and Coin. Now this is where we are currently with this coin. I want you to see this clearly, very clearly. This should be an area of interest or a buy zone. I mean, I'm not a how do you call it a trend trader, okay? But I love trend. Okay? I'm gonna mark this properly. So let's see. I'm gonna change this to yeah. So I love trend because it tells me what retailers are looking at and how the market makers are reacting to those zones that retailers are looking at. So based on this, on the weekly setup, we are at a fair value gap or an area of interest or an order block area. You can see this is accumulation. Accumulation is happening for this coin. This zone, look at even in the past, accumulation, accumulation, accumulation. So this is the zone that Coin will leave and go straight to $1. Again, this is the zone that Coin will leave and go straight to $1. So mark that zone. And if say you are holding Coin and you have an opportunity to buy more, buy more, buy more. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor for sure, so don't take my word for it. Anyways, let me get back to Bitcoin and let's see if we can get our entry again for Bitcoin, so that it will remind us as to what we should be expecting or what we might expect soon. I mean, like if you are buying Bitcoin and you are buying Ethereum too, Bitcoin and Ethereum they go a long way. I don't chart Ethereum, I just chart Bitcoin, and if I see a buy with Bitcoin, I buy Ethereum too, and Solana. You know. So based on this, right now, very soon, I think we are. Let's go to the okay, okay. Hmm, this is interesting, guys. because this move is happening around let me see if this was accompanied by a volume. Let's see if it was accompanied by volume. Yeah, by volume, but it wasn't any huge volume as compared to yeah, it wasn't any huge volume. You can see clearly. Yeah, it wasn't any huge now it's interesting because um now we have a fair value gap here. Okay? We have a fair value gap here and another block that we can look at to look for an entry if say this movement take us to create a high. So if we break structure here, let me just also bring in the let me see bring in the volume profile here. Let's see, let's mark. Okay. So if we go and if we break above here and create like break structure or change of character. So if we see any change of character here, before the US Open, then the US Open can take us to this fair value gap. Then we're gonna experience another buy from here on this fair value gap, and it's also closer to this 50-day moving average, and it's gonna mean recover half of this candle here as well. Again, if this is gonna be the case, then maybe this zone here price might not get there. But I want to actually stick with the higher time frame for this. Okay, so even though we have created this zone here, okay, I want to see how this candle will close. You know, and if it closes positive from where we are here, then I should expect another week to reach this area during the London like during the beginning of the UK session. So you can see London is going to an end, and you can see here we are losing the Trendillo is losing with volume. You can see it's losing volume, it's losing, you know, and this is not a good sign. Volume is dropping, is pointing downward. It's not a good sign, but provided we are above the 0.00 line, this zone here, we can look for buy anywhere from this zone. But we don't want to see it, close below here. It must not close below here. It's not gonna be good for us. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, guys, for this, and I think I've been live now for how many minutes? Let's say I'll be live now for 48 minutes. And those of you who are watching me on X, can see you guys watching me on X. You are awesome. Yeah. If you guys have any question, then I'm gonna call this a go. Yeah, staking code is a wise thing to do because you're gonna be making some like you're gonna be making massive profit from that. I'm gonna buy cool and stake it, but not now. I'm still waiting for like, of course, like as I mentioned, even though I mentioned that this is gonna be a buy zone for cool, at the same time, I want to confirm with this. 'Cause I want to get the best entry. The best entry means I want to actually be sure that we are gonna be going to the upside. Not like I cannot say be sure, but the probability should be high. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm looking also at the USD dominance, on the weekly setup. I'm looking at this on this setup. I'm trying to see, okay, we are here. If we are gonna be rejecting this zone here, like if we're gonna reject this area here, then it means we can easily drop down again, and this might cause a massive alt season. This if we see price dump around this area, it might cause a massive alt season. So this is what I'm still waiting to see how this week will react and how next week will react. So if I see any week close below the 50 below, close below the 5-day EMA, then I'm gonna buy huge amount of coal, for swing trade. If this is gonna be the case, then I'm gonna expect um this liquidity to drop down to at least the 50 EMA on the weekly setup, and this is gonna cause all coins in general to pump. Okay, yeah. Wow. Thanks so much for the super chat, Wayne. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. You always support this channel. I appreciate you, my friend. You always support um this channel. I do appreciate that. Those of you who want to support this channel, you can support this channel. If you get value, you can also become a member just to support this channel. Not to expect anything in return, but just to support the channel. I really appreciate Wayne he's always supporting my work. I appreciate that. So that's what I'm looking at for cryptocurrency in general. Bitcoin. Okay, there's something I want to show you guys here, which is gonna help you, like with your altcoins. Okay, I want you to focus on this right now, and this is gonna be based on the weekly setup. Okay, now this chart tells us or explains where we have most of the liquidity. Okay, when you see the green section, it signifies that we have more buy orders. And if you see this reddish zone, it means we have more sell orders. So if you look at this on the weekly setup, you can see that the liquidity above price is more than the liquidity below price. And this is going to cause price to go towards, or to cause the market makers to go towards where there's more liquidity. That's very important you understand. Now, going now to the heat map on the weekly setup, I want to see something here also. Okay? Now, what do you see? Look at where we are with liquidity. It takes us right up to $96,000, or even let's say 97,900 on the weekly setup. So even though we are seeing this liquidity right down here, which can take us to, let's say, $87,000 or $88,000, they might favor more upside, because the upside is filled with high liquidity based on this weekly setup. Yeah, the upside has high liquidity, more liquidity than the downside. So that's why I think they might easily take us to grab the liquidity below easily, or they can go first to grab all of the liquidity and take us right up to about $96,000. You can see if they take us to $96,000, right? Now let's see, which is gonna be around this price point. They can easily take us back here, which is, oh guys, sorry, I was saying this the opposite way. Opposite way. This red zone actually represent short. So it represent them taking us down, more downward. So because we have more liquidity downward, they can easily go to grab the liquidity above price, then take us below price, right down to about $84,000, or right down to about $85,000. I was saying this the other way around. I was thinking maybe I was looking at the CoinAnk chart. So this is the other way around. So that's why I think we might go down more like during the weekend, but at the same time, I'm looking at this liquidity here, and we are closer to this liquidity. But if you look at from this zone, like from 89,000, yeah, right. We like from here, we don't have much liquidity in front. But if you look at where we are here, towards this area, we have more liquidity here around this zone, but we have more below price. And I can confirm that by going to the CoinAnk, now, and show you guys that we have more liquidity below price. You can see clearly this is Bitcoin. Look at the orders that we have below price. Look at it, guys. So much. So look at it. So many orders. Look, so much liquidity below price, and they can take us right down to this zone around it's $3,000. But I'm looking at this to mean, oh wow, it will take a lot of liquidity to push us towards this zone here, right? And the easiest zone that they can take us to is this area here around the 87,200 price point. And there we have 17 million worth of Bitcoin orders, and this is a perpetual order. So they can easily bounce from here, take us up there, then come back down here because we have lots of liquidation here in this area. So guys, this is what I look at with CoinAnk to really help me to make the good decisions, buying altcoins, looking at altcoins. I'm gonna be teaching you guys more on entry and exit. I have learned a lot about entry, exit. I would say now I'm the master of entry and exit. You know, because I'm now looking at where the orders are, and there are things I want to see. I don't want to chase price, to take me where price want to take me. I want price to come to me um first before anything else. So if you guys don't have any question, if you are watching me, you have any coin, this is the last time to give. I have 6 minutes more to go. I want to make this to 1 hour. At least 1 hour stream is not bad. So if you're watching me and you want me to look at any coin, then just mention. Or if you want me to answer any question regarding something, I'm gonna respond to you accordingly. Let's see. Let me see what Bitcoin is doing actually. Yeah, guys, it's a little bit tricky. Yeah, you can see clearly what I mentioned earlier. I want to stick with this on the 1 hour time frame. You know, yeah. So if you're watching, if you have any question, post your question. Someone asked me to look at Tubo price. Let me see Tubo. Um, Tubo. Tubo actually looks good. Wow. So if you want to buy Tubo, actually wait for price to get to this fair value gap here, at least on this time frame. But I don't think it might come there because why? Price has already stayed above the alpha trend at least. So but this is gonna be the best buy for Tubo. But let's look at the next entry. Let's drop down to the 4 hours time frame. Yeah, this is gonna be another other block here and fair value gap. This one should hold. So if you see Tubo here, you can buy Tubo around this area here. It's gonna be the best entry. Of course, don't just buy. Wait to see what Bitcoin will do, and also wait to see whether like how price is gonna react when price get there. So if price get there, you can drop now down to the 1 hour time frame or the 50 minutes time frame to get your buy. So let me see based on this time frame. Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. So you can wait for this. On the upside, just target the previous high. This high here. Wow. I myself, I want to be looking for this trade. Let me put um an outlet here for Tubo. So if price get there, price gonna signal me. Yeah. So if price get there, price gonna I'm gonna get a notification that price has gotten there. Now, um when it's talking about Cardano, I don't know. Like ever since I bought Cardano, that was 3 years ago, I've never thought of buying it again. But in general, the project is a good project. But I think they are like, of course, okay, let me just say this. Excuse. Um Cardano, to me, my Cardano get it like I prefer to buy Crow more than Cardano. Like if I have if I have to double down on certain coins, I'm not gonna buy. I prefer to buy even Asta coin, but I'm not gonna buy Cardano. Why? Because the narrative is dying for Cardano, even though it's gonna be here forever. But the narrative behind Cardano is dying, and there are other blockchains that are building like crazy, like Ton is building, and I'm not seeing like the gains for Cardano. It's not really like if we go to DeFi Lima, you know, let's just see DeFi Lima quickly. Right? You can see like um Plasma, Arbitrum, Hyper, Avalanche, Aptos, Cardano, like you will not see Cardano. Cardano is far away. It's far away, you know. So even though Cardano is actually like it's a good, like, of course, don't get me wrong, but let's just let me talk about price, because the fundamental for Cardano, well, I'll not buy it because of that, like long term, you know. So let's just talk about price. Let me know. It's not as if I'm trying to give you financial advice, but I'm just trying to, like, you're my guy. I'm not trying to, say this to you. So based on this time frame, right, I would say that like this should be an accumulation zone for Cardano. Okay, anytime you see price here, you can just DCA, like keep DCAing here. Of course, the upside of Cardano is bogus, and if you're going to be buying Cardano here, then when can you cash out profit? Cash it out when you see price get to this area where the alpha trend printed this sell signal. So it's gonna be around 1.8 dollars. So you can sell half of your bag there. So if you're buying Cardano now, right, this zone here in the future is where you're selling. Now, I want to tell you when to buy it again, right? I think most people fail to understand that take they can use TA to accumulate their favorite coin. So if we're gonna see any massive movement there again, we should expect price to reverse at least about 20% or 30% from there, from that from here. Okay, from there you can buy it cheaper again. So if you're selling here, there's guarantee that price will retrace, and even if price is not able to retrace, if price break above there, price must come back there. The idea here is, I think I want to make this clear with cryptocurrency, like the way I approach cryptocurrency. You know, I'm not gonna, I'm not in love with any coin. I don't have any emotions. If I love a coin, my mind is, how can I get more of this coin based on swing trade? So I'm gonna have, let's say I love Cardano. I'm gonna have a swing account for Cardano. I'm gonna have an investment account for Cardano. So I'm gonna have an account that I swing trade Cardano based on the higher time frame price action, and an account that I just hold Cardano and say, okay, if I see Cardano at $3, I'm gonna sell all of that and cash out my profit. Now, the swing trade account is making you more Cardano to the other Cardano you have. So if you are looking at the weekly setup, you don't buy or sell until you see price get to your area of interest. You start DCA. DCA, 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 and you sell when price get to the other area of interest, which is gonna be like if you're buying here, of course, you're gonna sell, you're gonna take out profit when you see price here, right? So from year to year, you make more. And if price break above there, you sell, and price get back here, you are buying more of that. Okay? Now, if you buy more here, right, and price get back to that zone, you sell, and price get back here, you buy. So you're just trading and making more of it. And if price continue to go downward, it's good and fine. You get more money and you buy more because you must have made profit already, and you just buy more because you're playing the long game. And $3 is the point where you get out everything. So this is what I do when it comes to trading, investing, and all of this. Right? I try to, or if I love a coin, I have two areas that I'm looking at. I'm looking at the the investment and the trading part. So I was saying this about about Cardano without even like showing the chart. So what I was trying to say is, if you're this zone here should be a buy zone. If you have um a trading account, like based on the weekly setup, you're buying here, and you can even be that swing trader that buy mostly on the weekly, the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, you are looking at the weekly setup and you buy on the daily time frame. And when you see price get back to key areas, you sell, so you can accumulate more of that coin. So I don't know whether this makes sense to you guys, but if you play that game, you make more money long term. It's not as if you are like, okay, this is this money. I like you're trying to beat the inflation of that coin. You're gonna beat the inflation of that coin as well. I've talked about CREPE. If you wanna check, like go to somewhere in the video. I've talked about CREPE already, but I've been doing this live now for long. If you guys want me to come live again tomorrow, I can come live tomorrow, but tomorrow is Saturday. Maybe I can be live, I don't know. But this is like, if you apply this strategy, it's gonna help you a lot. You know, it's gonna take away all of the noise. Like, I can guarantee, not even use the word guarantee. I can guarantee myself always that based on previous price action, provided they are liquidity providers and they are market makers, they are always going to respect key areas where we have liquidity. I can show you guys this on Bitcoin. Like, that's why I've realized that Bitcoin actually is the most easiest asset to make money. Bitcoin and Ethereum to make ton of money. And if, say, you understand what I'm trying to say, I'm going to explain to you guys now before I go. You see, this is Bitcoin on the daily setup. Okay? So, if we look at the past of like previous price action, okay, I want you to see something here. If you are a swing trader for Bitcoin, that you buy at key areas based on liquidity, you are buying bunch of Bitcoin here. So you are DCA. Whenever you see Bitcoin got in this zone, you're buying bunch of Bitcoin here. The same goes to all coins that move alongside Bitcoin. So, for example, let's get to, let me say, it's tricky because you need to be on the chart to buy those altcoins. But with Bitcoin, you don't need to be on the chart. You can just place an order here around this. Like, you can place multiple orders here. From here, you buy, 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 buy. And you are going to be guaranteed that price does not get back here as a swing trader. Now, imagine that you have so much money. Let's say, like, this is a game that is played by hedge funds. Those with so much money. They want to make, let's say, 2%, 3%. If you have $1 billion in asset management and you want to make just 2%, do you know how much 2% is? It might be your fee that you are making. Now, if you are buying, let's say you are buying 100 million, yeah, 100, 100, 100. Based on previous price action, you are guaranteed that those who provide liquidity are going to go back to attack this level where the move started. This is pure. Like, if you look at the chart always tells you the story before it happens. Okay? Now, guys, I have to go. I'll be like, I'm enjoying this. I have to go. Like, I'm enjoying this. I don't want to, like, I have to go get my wife from work, and yeah, I don't want to waste so much time here. But I'm happy you guys joined me here today. And if you haven't yet subscribed, to subscribe. Join my community. The link is found below this video. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing like, not now. I'm gonna be doing a private 2 hours session for my trading community. So it's gonna be every day. Let me not say 2 hours. I think, but I'm gonna be available for 2 hours. I think it's gonna be towards it's gonna be in the morning. I'm gonna look at the market, give them key areas where they can buy before I come live. So if you want to join that community, it will cost you just $100, and you're not paying me. You're gonna fund your account to trade with me. So basically, I'm gonna benefit from you using my affiliate link to register to one of those accounts. So the exchange is gonna pay me to do that. So that's what I'm trying to build now. I don't want people to pay me money. Like, I don't want to be that trader who is gonna take money from people. Because if say you are using an exchange already, which is you're gonna fund it anyways. Why not fund it and trade with me with my private community? I've already launched the educational part of it, which is already ongoing. And I can show you guys on right now. We have some members already there on Telegram. So this is it. I like what I mentioned there is like, before we start trading, I want you to be equipped with the most important aspect of crypto. No rush here. Those who rush end up losing money. Anyone wants to have a one-on-one, so I can do one-on-one as well. So if you are interested, you can join the educational community. Is free. Of course, you don't need any money to join that, but to be part of the trading community, you need to use either of my exchange link. I recommend BETONG. I trade with BETONG a lot, and I'm going to do a video to teach you guys how you're gonna approach these exchanges. I use Binance, OKX, Bybit, but I trade more with BETONG because of the bonuses that I gain from that platform. And also I've done research and see that they are reliable, but not like keeping my everything there just for trading. For most of my trades, I take it on BETONG. So yeah. All right, guys, see you the next one, and peace out. Bye bye.
Rumors fly when he walks down the street. To BETONG crypto, everyone's beat. Charts and graphs in his golden mind. Fortune's made, he's one of a kind. Eyes on the prize in the digital dust. He never wavers in whom to trust. From Bitcoin booms to Ethereum high, he trades the stars in the blockchain sky. Debate on crypto, king of the trade. In the world of coins.